Hello everyone, my name's Kane and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time we did Robo 1 and to be honest with you, I can't tell if we won or not, but we definitely made a big impression with the fact we got not only at the minimum second place, but Kai activating his, having his attack activate at the perfect moment to have a slow-mo attack, allowing him to do impossible reaction times. Though judging by the music, I'm not assuming we won. So, let's get into it. The small propeller plane is bound for Tanegashima. I let out a small sigh from my seat. Akio's next to me, looking down at her Pokemon with a disappointed expression on her face. You gotta turn it off before we take off. I know. She's been like this ever since last night. She's probably reading articles about yesterday's match. Not that I can blame her. Yesterday, the Robo 1 Grand Finals ended in the most abrupt way possible. After suffering from slow-mo, I instinctively used the Prez's special move, the Tanagashi Excel Impact. It successfully knocked Mr. Pilates' M45 out of the ring, but the Prez went flying out too. This counted as a double ring out, and since we already had 2 downs, this was our 3rd and final down. Game over. We self-destructed. What a pathetic way to end things. I grit my teeth. Damn it. Suppressed urge to punch the wall, all while maintaining my composure on the outside. Didn't I tell her from the get-go? Install brakes. The fate of the Robotics Club means nothing to me. But I'm still hopelessly frustrated over the fact that I lost. How could I let the top spot slip through my fingers in such a humiliating way? What a disgrace. Everything about this trip was chaotic from the get-go. If we were more prepared, I know I could have won. Which is precisely why this is so damn frustrating. If nothing else, we did get some prize money for 2nd place. A whole whopping 1 million yen. But it doesn't even put a smile on Akio's face. She's already realized that no amount of cash is going to change her situation. Akio's contagious sigh prompts me to sigh as well. With little else to do, I look around the small plane aimlessly. There are many passengers on this early Monday morning flight. I count 4 people other than me, Akio, and Michi. It's then that a girl about the same age as us enters the cabin. She makes her way through the aisle as she looks at her ticket, confirming her assigned seat. She glances up and her eyes meet. Hi there. Nice hat. Her face is so small, like a model. Her outfit is flashy as hell, too. But her eyes are kind of scary. The girl appears to be restlessly looking around. I can't tell if she's refined or just out of her mind. She ends up sitting in a seat 2 rows in front of me. As far as I can tell, she's alone. As soon as she's seated, she pulls out her Pokemon and starts Kill Ballad, only to be stopped by a flight attendant. Just like that, my affinity for this mysterious girl skyrockets. I definitely didn't think she'd be a KB player. If she's from Tokyo, it shouldn't be that surprising. Tokyo girls are all about the latest trends, apparently. I can feel my mood lighten a bit. The propellers outside the window start to spin rapidly. The plane begins to slowly move across the runway. Once the flight attendant goes over the emergency instructions, a voice comes in over the speakers above. The 8:40 a.m. flight for Tanegashima JAC 3761 is ready for departure. Prepare for liftoff. Thank you for your cooperation. We'll be arriving at Tanegashima Airport at 9:20 a.m. The current weather is sunny at 29 degrees Celsius. Your captain this morning is Yashio, and Nishi will be your flight attendant. Please enjoy your short flight. Oh, and Kaito, Aki-chan, great job out there.
It's Uncle Shigemi.
Oh, it's Kaito's dad. My dad, Yashio Shigemi, happens to be a pilot for flights between Tanegashima and Kagoshima. I really wish he wouldn't talk about personal stuff in front of our passengers. Embarrassed, I turn off my Pokemon and sink into my seat, pretending to fall asleep.
We have arrived at Tanegashima Airport on schedule. Thank you for flying with JAC, Japan Air Connect.
Once the plane comes to a halt, the passengers rise up from their seats and head toward the exit door.
Michi, wake up.
Michi slept like a log for the entire flight, including the landing. G-force ain't got nothing on him, I guess. Akio pokes him on the cheek, but he doesn't move a muscle. Just plug his nose and cover his mouth.
Ew, you do it, Kai.
Here goes nothing. And just a little bit after I begin... Michi flails wildly as he wakes up after nearly suffocating. Can you please take your job seriously?
Oh, we're here. All right, you kids are heading straight to school. Heads up, this is gonna count as tardy.
I don't want to go to school today.
Because you don't want to see the vice principal?
Yeah.
I can totally see the VP immediately disbanding the club the second she sees Akio. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't happen today, it'll happen tomorrow.
Hey, is this me or is it kind of loud outside?
What? Outside? The three of us are the only ones left in the plane. I peek outside and see a ton of people standing on the aircraft apron. I don't think I've ever seen so many people at this airport. There's gotta be over 100 of them out there.
What's going on?
That's when I see lights flashing on and off. Camera flashes.
I'm guessing they're here to interview the runners of this year's Rebel 1 for their latest smash hit article. I kid.
Everyone knows second place means nothing.
Kai,
I wanted to stand at the very top of the summit, to be number 1. I wanted to stand shoulder to shoulder with Mitsuni, whether that be in KB or Robo 1. As a gamer, if I'm entering a competition, of course I want to come out on top. The reason we failed this time is entirely because of my lack of skill.
you're done more than enough, Kai. Thanks for sticking with me all this time.
Akio places her hand on my shoulder and offers me some words of encouragement. Oh, it's a little disappointing that I'll be losing my favorite after-school chill spot.
Robotics Club doesn't exist so you can chill out. Oh, Kai.
We finally make our way out of the plane. We've already been sitting around way too long. The flight attendant is looking out the window, dumbfounded. We pass her and disembark. It's then that we come face to face with a giant crowd of people. Surrounded by the sea of people and cameras, is the very same girl I made eye contact with earlier. Maybe she really is a celebrity or something. Is it true you're the creator of Kill Ballad Online? Oh, excuse me. Wow. Huh? Why have you been keeping your identity a secret all this time?
How old are you?
Is it true that you're relocating to Tanegashima? If so, why? Please tell us your 3 sizes.
Are you really Frau Kojiro?
I hear the report's questions pile up one by one, and I can't believe my ears. Frau Kojiro? It's this random girl. I assumed Frau Kojiro was some dude in his 30s. But you're telling me that this girl, the one that looks about my age, is the one who made KB. The very same one who shared the KB source code with me. Frau Kojiro? No. Suddenly the girl who'd been quiet until now lets out a quiet mumble. She ignores all the journalists surrounding her and zooms straight in on me.
I'm not Frau Kojiro.
What?
You're too much of a noob to get it right. SMH. My name is Kojiro Frau.
As she says this, Kojiro Frau curves her lips upward. And then she laughs. Oh no. Oh no, she's weird.
Then it is settled. As agreed, the Robotics Club will be disbanded effective immediately. Gather your things before the day is done.
The vice principal acts swiftly and without mercy. Already aware of yesterday's Robo 1 results, she charged into the clubroom with Michi after school.
You shall do the same with the storage space at the old airport. Personal belongings must be taken home. Anything left behind will be promptly discarded.
I consider bribing the VP with the Robo 1 money, but that probably work against us, so I stay quiet. Imagine if we actually tried to give her 1,000,000 yen to let our club off the hook. She'd lose her mind. Students trying to bribe me, how dare you? Granted, any VP'd probably react that way.
But what about the 1,000,000 yen in prize money?
She actually said it.
With that, we what? Well, you know, we what exactly?
She's terrifying. Her eyes are completely fixed on Akio. That's why I said this was a bad idea.
It's nothing.
Even Akio's able to read the room on this one.
Very well. In passing, anything made using school funds must stay. That includes the giant robot and the small one as well. But I rebuilt Tanagashi Machine 3 with the New Year's money I borrowed at half time. Is that so? My apologies then. You may do as you wish with the small robot.
Akio bites her lip and hangs her head low. She's clearly trying her best to suppress her emotions. Her tightly balled fists are trembling slightly. This was the deal we made. Regardless of how unreasonable the VP's conditions are, Akio agreed to them. It is what it is. The Robotics Club has been disbanded. The giant robot is going to be scrapped. It's all over and done with. The attempt at bribery went as expected, so I've got nothing to say. It's time to be honest with ourselves and back down. I get being frustrated, but for me, I'm more frustrated over the fact that I couldn't win, not because the club is gone. As far as I'm concerned, that's someone else's problem. Deep down, I honestly don't care what happens. I just want to hurry up and be done with it. It's then that I noticed Hidaka Subaru watching us from afar. For some reason, he's wearing an irritated expression on his face. Now I think about it, how do I even get back to Tokyo? From Tokyo.
Senomiya-san, how long do you intend to stay there? Didn't I tell you to hurry up and gather your things?
Akio, her shoulders still slumped, turns away from the vice principal and heads to the club room. The room is filled with Akio's stuff from home, things left by old members and junkie parts for the big robot. I can tell that Akio's trying desperately not to cry, but she can't hold it any longer, and the tears begin to flow from the corners of her eyes. Just asking, but before I can stop myself, I'm suddenly talking to the president of the Robotics Club.
Huh?
If you could cheat to continue, or just gracefully accept the game over, which would you choose, Aki-chan? Akio sets her tearful gaze upon me like she's pleading me to create a miracle.
I cheat and continue.
I'm a little surprised. She didn't hesitate in the slightest.
This is my dream. It's the one thing I don't want to give up on.
We've had to give up on so many things due to our attacks. We convinced ourselves that we didn't have a choice. When it comes to the Robotics Club, Akio doesn't know when to give up. Seems she's way more attached to it than I thought she was. Understood. I reassuringly pat Akio on the shoulder and walk over to where Hidaka Subaru is standing. Seeing Akio hit like that hit me pretty hard. Plus, it's my duty to support my childhood friend when she refuses to throw in the towel. Man, I'm contradicting myself, aren't I? Before Robo 1, I was doing everything in my power to get her to give up. What the hell am I thinking?
Looks like the Robotics Club has been disbanded. For the record, it only makes sense. Your club was nothing but an embarrassment.
I immediately grin and wrap my arm around Hidaka-kun's shoulders.
What is it?
Hey, Hidaka-kun, do you have that on you right now?
That meaning?
You know what that I'm talking about. That mask that looks just like the one that on the Red Comet wore. Well, do you, Mr. Pleiades-kun? Hidaka's-kun expression immediately shifts.
What are you talking about?
He's so shaken he's fumbling his words. His eyes are darting back and forth, too. Did you really think I wouldn't notice? Granted, Akio and Michi somehow didn't, but any normal human being would have figured it out. Maybe it's like kayfabe in pro wrestling or something, except I'm awful at reading the room for this stuff like this. When did you get back yesterday? You couldn't have come home yesterday. And you weren't on the first flight in the morning. So, did you take the noon flight? What about a boat? Either way, you must have had to come straight to school without dropping by home first. Which means you should still have that mask on you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb. The continued existence of the Robotics Club and a girl's dream of riding on this.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. It's sticking out of your pocket.
What?
Oh, what a nice predictable reaction you just had. I trick him into checking his pants pocket with his hand. He then immediately has an angry look on his face once he realizes he's been fooled. It seems the prodigal dumbass has shown himself. I quickly reach into Hidaka-kun's pocket and forcefully take out the mask. Yep, this is it. No doubt about it. Alright, found it.
How dare you trick me? Third-rate Robotics Club flunky. What do you plan to do with that?
Wow, a truly impressive amount of hatred is stored in that glare of his. But I shrug it off and look at the VP who is watching Akio clear out the club room. What am I gonna do? This, of course. I then immediately jam the mask onto Hidaka-kun's face.
Stop!
I can't believe the champion of Robo 1, Mr. Pleiades, is here, right here of all places! Pulling an act and shout into the air, dragging Hidaka-kun toward the club room. Akio, Michi, and the VP all stare wide-eyed at us in surprise.
Oh, Mr. Huh?
What the heck's going on?
That is indeed the champion. I recall seeing him on TV, but why? He's the real one?
But of course. Come on, Pleiades-san, do your usual intro. How does it go again? Alcyon, Vaporeon, something like that. Alcyon, Electra, Maya, Taigeta, Seleno, Asterope, Mirope. By the blessing of the Seven Sisters, I descend to Earth from 400 light years away. I am. Yes, thank you, Akio. I couldn't help myself. Despite his whining, he sure put in an enthusiastic performance. And there you have it, the real Mr. Pleiades. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this guy is actually a student here and a member of the Robotics Club.
What?
Huh?
Excuse me?
Which means yesterday's Robo 1 grand finals were a battle between fellow Robotics Club members. In other words, no matter who came on top, the Robotics Club won. If I recall correctly, in order to save the club, we had to win Robo 1, correct? I guess we met your conditions. That means there's no longer any need to disband the club, yes?
You must be joking!
The vice principal's gone hysterical yet again. What a terrifying lady.
What proof do you have that this Mr. Whatever is a student of our school?
Alright, then I shall show you his true identity. Hidaka-kun struggles to escape my grasp, but I pull the mask right off his face. Subaru!
Hidaka-kun.
What the? It's Hidaka!
What is the meaning of this?
No, I'm not.
Quickly put my hand over his mouth. And there you have it, Miss Vice Principal. You can return to your duties now.
What?
The conditions were met, so the club's saved. Plus, we get a budget. Surely a teacher wouldn't lie to her students.
This is positively absurd!
The VP's face turns bright red despite the layer of white makeup she has on.
Mr. Nagafukara, you told me the Robotics Club only had 2 members.
Pro tip.
Shut, Michi.
Looks like we have 3.
The vice principal is seething now. You can even see veins popping out on her forehead. I'm kind of worried she might burst a blood vessel.
So we only get Subaru to join the club because we force him to? That's hilarious. It is kind of what I predicted, that we would lose, but then Subaru would join the club. But it's not happening quite the way I thought it would. I thought Subaru, out of respect for Kaito's skill, would join the Robotics Club just so he could play against Kaito more. But no, Kaito just forces Subaru to join.
I'm not feeling well. Excuse me.
But instead of exploding any further, she turns her back to us. That was the moment we truly became victorious.
The vice principal gave up on destroying the Robotics Club in that very moment.
And yet Akio couldn't resist calling out to her.
Robotics Club, keep operating? Do as you wish, but know that I'll never approve your budget, not after all this trickery you used.
She storms off. Not getting any funding was a part of the deal. Despite being dissatisfied with that one bit.
The Robotics Club can keep operating. Let's keep going.
Seeing Akio so deeply moved and unable to deal with her own shock is enough to make me stop caring. I might not have lived up to expectations at Robo 1, but I at least made myself somewhat useful this time. Michi, you playing along was a real lifesaver. Pretty surprising, too.
Listen up, Yasho. I got something good for you. When your mind goes blank, just smile and go with the flow. That's a pro tip.
He really is the worst.
What's the meaning of this? I never said I was joining the...
Then
I guess it's fine if I go around on school and tell everyone that you're the Mr. Pleiades. Considering he went so far to hide his identity to compete at Robo 1, he must be hiding something shady.
You fiend!
Like I anticipated, Hidaka-kun throws a tantrum and stamps his feet a bit, but doesn't argue the point.
Kai's just becoming the villain. Just so Akio can do shit. That's awesome.
Then that Akio walks over to him.
What is it?
Hidaka-kun puts his guard up, but Akio simply takes his hand in hers and shakes it. Hidaka-kun seems puzzled.
Yesterday's match was incredible. You're a amazing plays. No, Hidaka-kun. You have my respect.
It's not like I'm happy with it. It's why you have to give respect or anything. Listen to me, senpai.
Your voice is shaking, Hidaka-kun. In fact, just watching you guys irritate me. Your robot was 9 years old, barely tuned, and you handled it crudely. However, I acknowledge the idea of implementing the KB control scheme into a hobby robot as a good one. I guess. Sort of. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, he's actually complimenting us. Though he's still acting like the same cocky jerk.
Thanks, and congrats on the championship.
Hidaka-kun continues to face the other way.
Oh, so seeing how you wear a mask, does that mean you've also thrown away your past? You know, like that person?
For some reason, Akio's eyes are sparkling. I've thrown away nothing, and let go of me already. Hold on, before that, I put my arm around Hidaka-kun's shoulder again. Aki-chan, don't let go of his hand yet. What is it this time? Michi, could you grab us a club registration form?
Oh, sure. Give me a sec.
Poor Subaru, man.
These days, even club registration forms are digital. What a convenient world we live in.
Hidaka-kun quickly realizes what kind of situation he's in and tries to escape. You can't leave. Akio and I both keep him in place as Michi puts his arm around his shoulder too, giving the cheeky kid no way out.
Hey, let me go! I wasn't kidding, friendo. You're going to be joining our humble little robotics club, Hidaka-kun, of your own volition too, I might add. Otherwise, it'd be a real problem if the VP started poking around.
I get now. Well, now that's come to this, looks like you're stuck with the Robotics Club, Hidaka-kun. I refuse to let someone so talented escape from me that easily.
This is despotism! Tyranny against your underclassmen!
Not quite. Listen up, Hidaka-kun. Seniors being many times sort of juniors is just part of life. It's a tradition that goes back over half a century. Just think about sports.
Granted, the Robotics Club isn't a sports team. That is so anachronistic!
Now, come on, you were in the club anyway. This is a great opportunity. Clubs are all about sweat, tears, and youth.
I'm looking forward to working together, Hidaka-kun. Wait, I'll call you Subaru from now on.
Then I'll call you Subaru-kun too, now that we're pals. I hate both of you so much. This is nonsense. I'll bring this up with the PTA. I'll give it a rest. He doesn't know when to quit. I guess I have no choice. By the blessings of the Seven Sisters, I descend to Earth from 400 light years.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to club to mimic me. I love this guy. Hidaka Subaru finally surrenders. The young man dejectedly hangs his head and stops resisting.
By the way, did you come up with that spell incantation thing yourself?
Tournament director was making me say it. He said to make my character stand out more.
You have my condolences.
This is awesome.
But wow, Kai, I can't believe you noticed Mr. Play-Eyes with Subaru. I had no idea.
It's the inverse of the others. I know I've said it before, but this game is the inverse of all the other Signs of Avenger games.
Kai is the only normal fucker I hear.
Like, maybe normal subjective.
Like, yes, he does have the slow-mo thing, but that's it. Why is everyone else the weirdos?
Normally, it's supposed to be the other way around. The main character's supposed to be the weirdo, and everyone else is kind of normal. But Kai's like the most normal person here. Even Subaru, I thought Subaru was gonna be serious, but no, he's a freaking showman. You're messing with me, right?
I'm super duper serious.
And there we have it, proof that you and Michi are literally blind.
Hey, who are you calling blind? How about showing your teacher some respect? Alright, Hidaka, send it in.
Michi puts his Pokecom in front of Subaru. The club registration form is on screen, ready for submission. The strength to resist gone, Subaru will be...
He signs his name. The way he signs his name resembles a criminal signing a statement saying, I did it. He's just that defeated. The form is immediately uploaded online and registered into the school database. And with that, Subaru is now a certified member of the Robotics Club. Satisfied, we release our poor underclassmen from our grip.
I may be in the club now, but that's where our cooperation stops. Such nonsense is unacceptable.
I figured, considering how much he trash-talked us, forcing him to join was never going to completely tame him. Especially considering how unreliable President Akio is. In that case, Subaru should just take over the club himself. I don't really care where it goes from here. These two crazy robo-maniacs can go run off and fulfill whatever weird dreams they want.
Attention, everyone! Well, sucks that we have no funding. The Robotics Club lives on. That means we can continue building the giant robot of justice, Gun Build 1. We have Kai and Subaru to thank for that.
What about me?
You didn't do shit. You didn't do anything, Michi. Anyway, back on topic. Now that we have avoided death, it's time for me to put my long-term plan in action.
You have a plan? I have a bad feeling about this.
Our goal is to complete Gun Build 1, aka Gunvaro Prototype Model 1 by February of next year. But I'm thinking if we want to make a robot that'll win the Expo's Grand Prix, we're gonna need more than me and Kai. Even with Subaru, that's only 3 people. So I'm thinking of borrowing the help of a real pro.
Isn't it cheating? I'm surprised how much you've thought this through. I figured you were far more of a simpleton.
Are you calling me dumb?
Yes. Am I wrong? I love Kai. He just takes no nonsense, really.
Yes, you are. Anyway, I'm just saying we can get advice, borrow facilities, maybe get some help here and there.
That sure would be awfully convenient professional. Would they really go that far for a bunch of high schoolers? Anyway, who's the pro she's talking about? If she means Doc, yeah, sure, he'd help us a bunch up till now.
We're starting in tomorrow after school. Kai, Subaru, be ready.
But me too!
Don't give me that. You're a member of the Roblox Club too.
Besides, where are we even storming into?
Isn't it obvious?
Hesitation Akio, steeped in the color of the sunset, points to the southern sky. Towards something on the southern end of the island.
The JAXA Tanegashima Space Center.
What?
Oh my god, was that just the prologue? We're now actually getting the intro for the game. Jesus Christ. And there's that freaking... number again. The divergence or whatever it is. Hey, please. So it looks like we have 5 main important characters for the Robotics Club. We've seen in all of them now, because I recognize the Twin Tail as the girl who was on the plane. Frau, yeah. Juna, Subaru.
I'm sorry. I saw briefly it said his fucking weakness was gross. I'm scared of this game, though. This game is definitely hiding something dark in it, because we saw a moment of that darkness before at the end of last episode. Because it seems like the committee of 300 might be involved in all this. Which, I swear to God, if it is... Like, how... Also, this is really cool. The only reason I'm talking over is because I don't know if it's going to be copyright claimed, which it very well might. It's very pretty, though. It's Men in Black. Still, though, I'm terrified of this game. I think it's going to, I do think it's going to show some terrifying things. And I don't know how ready I am for it, to be honest with you. Is Misa part of the, is Misagi part of the committee of 300? Oh boy. This is gonna be a wild one, isn't it? Robotics Node Elites. Let's build a giant robot of justice together. Phase 2. Geosphere. When was the last time me, Misani, and Akio went to watch a rocket launch together? Surely it must have been 9 years ago for the H2A-17 launch. No. I remember the day being nice and warm, an early morning in May. Misani was preparing for the following day when she'd be entering Robo 1 for the first time as part of the Robotics Research Association. After watching the launch early in the morning, she planned on boarding a boat to Kagoshima and then flying to Tokyo from there. Despite being normally deserted,
Uchugauka Park was packed with people. Whenever there was a launch, people from all over would come to the island to watch. Most of the tourists were adults, but once the rocket launched, everyone's eyes sparkled like children while they were looking up at the sky. Of course, the locals joined in as well. It had become a traditional event that took place about twice a year, but no matter how many times you saw it, it never got old. Although, to be fair, we wouldn't get as excited as the people who came to the island just to watch it. I rubbed my tired eyes and played fighting games with Misane, who had just entered high school at the time.
I lost again. That's 12 wins in a row for me. You still have a long ways to go, Kai. You're so mean, Misani. Go easy on me. But you'd get mad if I held back, wouldn't you? Sure, but... Look, you're gonna need at least another 10 years if you want to beat your teacher. One more round. Wait, the launch is in 60 seconds.
The sightseers around us started to get excited. The energy was palpable. There were still no movements on the launch pad in the distance.
Hey, Aki, wake up. The rocket's about to launch. Oh, I'm sleepy.
Aki was still half asleep. I put my game away and patiently waited while holding Misane's hand. At last, we heard a countdown voice come in from the speakers. 5, 4, 3, 2. A cloud of white smoke rose from the launch pad. This was quickly followed by dazzling light. Then the rocket that looked as small as a faraway speck started spewing smoke and flew up into the sky. Cheers roared from the people around us. The sounds of applause echoed throughout the park. And then we were hit by a deep, powerful sound, one that reverberated throughout our bodies. The man-made lump of metal cut through the clouds as it rose into the heavens. I remember how gallant it always looked, tragically but heroically drifting through the air, stirring the hearts of all who watched. But at that time, poetic reasoning like that was irrelevant to me. I just earnestly watched the tail of the rocket, even forgetting to breathe.
Awesome! So awesome!
All I could do was express those instinctive feelings that came from the bottom of my heart as best I could. And by my side, Misani looked up at the sky just like me and shouted,
Go, hot dog, go! You must really want to eat hot dogs, Misani. You said the same thing last time too, didn't you? It's a line from an old film.
After smiling at me, Misani returned her gaze to the distant sky.
Kai, make sure you grow into a man who has the right stuff.
As I was only in elementary school at the time, I had no idea what she meant by those words. It was only after Misani graduated from high school and left the island that I understood what the right stuff meant. But by then, I'd already stopped going to rocket launches. Now, this is cool. Oh, we're in Akio's perspective. Do you think we'll ever see, like, Kaito from another person's perspective? Like, you know how we see 3D models of every other character? Do you think we'll ever see one of Kaito? I'm curious. Anyways, let's look at all this. H-2A, a domestic two-stage rocket that began operations in 2001, is an updated version of Japan's first domestic rocket, the H-2, but the cost of launching has gone down exponentially. The rocket itself also costs far less than those made by other countries. It is 53 meters tall and uses liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen as fuel. The standard model is capable of launching a satellite weighing about 4 tons into orbit. All H-2A rockets have been launched from the Tanegashima Space Center. SMH, G, gravitational constant, coronal mass ejection, solar flare, an explosive phenomenon which causes a tremendous amount of energy to become visible on the surface of the sun. The explosion can be tens of thousands of kilometers long, and the plasma generated can heat up to tens of millions of degrees Celsius. If the flare is powerful enough, it can reach the Earth's magnetic field, reacting with it to produce magnetic storms and auroras. The largest flares have the capacity to affect satellites and even damage electronics, sometimes to the point of equipment failure. Easy game, pile bunker, rocket punch, grab, Tabok, the name of an online auction service ran by a major web search engine. Taboo, formerly known formerly as Taboo Auction. However, its user base continually referred to the website by the abbreviation Tabok, which led to it becoming its official name in 2016. After paying a membership fee, the website allows users to sell and bid on a variety of products. Insider, frame, interface, and lag.
The Tanegashima Space Center, TNSC for short, is on the southern end of the island and is one of 2 launch sites in Japan. Many call it the most beautiful launch site on Earth. Until a few years ago, it sent rockets into space about twice a year. I'm waiting alone in the TNSC chief's office, located in the administration building. Despite being the chief's office, it's pretty modest. Just a business desk and a sofa for guests. There's nobody but me in the room. I've been sitting on the sofa waiting for almost 10 minutes.
Hey, sorry for the wait.
Finally, the chief enters the room, wearing a JAXA work uniform. In each hand, he's holding a teacup filled with hot tea. He smiles and puts the teacups down. While he doesn't look like a big shot, he is in fact the chief of TNSC.
Really surprised me, dropping by I work like this out of nowhere.
He actually seems kind of happy as he sits down across from me. You're late.
Sorry, I was out of the launch pad.
The moment I complain to him, he bows his head to me. If someone who didn't know anything about our relationship saw us like this, they'd probably be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up thinking the JAXA chief was having an affair with a local high school girl or something. Reality is nothing that gross.
So, Akio, what do you need from your old man? If you just want to chat, we can do that anytime at home.
The current chief of the Tanegashima Space Center, Senomiya Kenji... That's your dad? Okay. Senomiya Kenichiro just happens to be my dad. That's all. I clear my throat and adjust my posture. To tell you the truth, I came with a request.
Gosh, how long has it been since my daughter asked me for something?
He whispers to himself, a distant look in his eyes. This isn't a small ask. I'm not talking about getting a bigger allowance or anything that tiny. That's why I specifically came all the way here. While I could talk about it with him at home, I want to avoid that. I want you to hear me out as the chief of the Tanegashima Space Center, not my dad.
Alright.
The Chuo Tanegashima High Robotics Research Club and JAXA have a technical partnership, right?
We do?
We do! He's playing dumb, so I hit the table with my hands to let him know I'm being serious.
Akio, calm down.
My table bashing shakes the teacups, causing some of the fluid to spill out onto the table. The two of us wipe the table clean with some tissues. When Bix has founded Robotics Club, she requested cooperation from JAXA and got the okay. In truth, the gun build 1, currently under construction, was built using all sorts of scrap parts from JAXA. But that's just the official stance. That's why I want you to help the Robotics Club. Let's build a giant robot of justice together. In short, this is my real intention.
I mean, what kind of help are we talking?
It's simple. I smile as I whip out my Pokecom, then show him the report I frantically put together during class today.
Let's see, facilities, personnel, funds?
Number 1, facilities. I want to borrow a rocket construction facility for a life-size giant robot, ideally a VAB. Number 2, personnel. If any of the engineers working here know about robot engineering, I'd like to be introduced. Number 3, funds. If you can ask JAXA's top brass for funds, I'd be happy with even a little, like a million yen. I know the third one is asking for a lot, but that's why I'm taking a shot in the dark with it. It can't hurt to ask. It's hard to believe the Robotics Club was in such dire straits last week. Now we have a ton of unprecedented financial leeway. We got 1 million yen as prize money from Robo 1, after all. It says that if the same amount we earned from the last 9 years of club funding suddenly fell into our laps. So, what do you say? Dad pushes out a strained laugh. I'm serious, you know.
Sorry. It's just, well...
Crap. He's totally trying to brush me off with a smile. I can't rely on the version of Dad that's in front of me right now. The aura he's projecting just shows there's no use. If that's the case, then I need to recover before it's too late. But how?
That's impossible.
Instant rejection. There wasn't even time to recover. But I don't plan on backing down just yet. If Big Sis could get JAXA to cooperate, then so can I. As Chief's daughter, I'm sure things will work out if I keep pushing. It'll be a real problem if they didn't. That's basically what dads are for, right? Completing Gun Build 1 is Big Sis' dream too, you know? That's why I want to finish building him no matter what. And then we'll display him at the Tokyo Expo next year. Even Big Sis will be able to come and see him. See? A super amazingly great idea, right? It's the first time I've ever told Dad about my dream. Plus, you like robots too, right, Dad? That means Gun Build 1 is basically our whole family's dream. So please help us, we're running out of time.
Akio.
Dad looks deeply moved as he locks eyes with me. That's almost immediately followed up with a long sigh.
It's just impossible.
Dad!
You're misunderstanding what my job here is.
He stands up like he's trying to escape and gazes out the window.
I might be the chief, but that doesn't mean I can do whatever I want. I'm really more like a manager, to be honest. And right now, TNSC doesn't have the funds or personnel to spare for something like this. Our budget's been cut. We haven't launched any rockets in it yet, after all. As for using our facilities for personal reasons, I'd end up getting fired.
It's like you don't have any hopes or dreams of your own. I always thought he was kind of unreliable, but I didn't think he was this bad. My heart's about to break.
I'm sorry, I can't help. This doesn't have anything to do with dreams. This is just how the real world works sometimes. The larger an organization grows, the less flexible and effective it gets. You think I don't want to hear out my own daughter and help her however I can? But even if I want to use my pocket money to help you, your mother is the one handling the wallet.
Dad, please don't say anymore. You're making me sad too. I want to cover my ears. I want to lose all my memories of the last 30 minutes. Sorry for bothering you.
How about finishing your tea before going? Oh, Umai-kun went to Tsukuba for training and brought back snacks.
Dad, he was trying to get me to say, but I cut him off. You used to be so honest and pure when it came to your dreams. I like that part of you. But I don't sense any passion from you now. And that makes me sad.
Akio.
Big sis were here right now, she'd probably be even more upset than I am. Hey, Dad. If you have even a little bit of that fire left in you...
Well, I told you, it's just impossible.
If he's not gonna have a change of heart now, when will he? Stupid Dad, why can't you read the room? I'm sure I inherited that quality from him. I want to ruffle Kai's hair so badly right now. But Kai isn't here, so I start squeezing the Fink toy I have hanging up from the back of my Pokecom instead. I'm never lying to you ever again, Dad. Spell my words and rush out of the office. This is the adult world, I want nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna say that out loud. I get that my requests are absurd. I knew there was no way I'd ever get everything I want. But he could have at least said, like, I'll do my best or something. That alone would have made me happy. The old dad who used to passionately talk about space development and mecha anime with Kai and me would have done that. I guess even now I might still be wishing for the ideal dad from back then.
Huh. It's weird. It does feel like... It almost feels like there's something trying to get in our way. I don't know what it is, but it almost feels like there's something that's attempting to get in our way of building the project. Let's be real. Obviously, based on that last conversation we had, that was done at the end of the last episode, the Committee of 300 must be strongly involved in this game somehow. And there's a good chance that Misi might even be involved in it. And I'm wondering if that's... She said something... I wonder, can this backlog go back to, like... How far back does this go? Can I go, like, to before... Can I go all the way back? No. What I was going to talk about was how Misaki said something about Kai. It was something along the lines of, like, not being ready or not wanting to get involved in this or something. I'm wondering if maybe... Do you think maybe Misaki knows something about what the Committee of 300 will do if the robot gets built? I'm wondering maybe the Committee of 300 is going to try and take the robot the moment it's built. And that maybe she's trying to stop us from building it in the first place so that that never happens. Because she also mentioned to the other person, the one who actually mentioned the committee, how she doesn't think we're gonna... She tried to say that it was just a fluke about what happened during the tournament. But the guy realized that she was trying to dodge the question and said, like, do you have any relation to them? That what I didn't ask about what you think of them, I asked about what's your relation of them. So I'm wondering if that's something like what's going on. Like, is the Committee of 300 interested in Kaito and Akio's robot? There's a strong wind coming in from the sea, and it's kind of irritating. It's messing up my hair and breaking my focus on Kill Ballad. I look away from my Pokecom and take a breather. I'm sitting on the rather wide lawn of the Tanegashima Space Center. There's a replica H2 rocket here, along with several benches. It's not a bad environment to relax in, but it's way too remote. Well, if we're talking direct distance, it's closer to my house than the school is. It just feels further away. There aren't many whimsical locals who would intentionally come to an end of the island like this. I take a look around. As expected, there are barely any people in this area. In the distance, I see one local middle-aged man playing golf by himself. There aren't even that many employees stationed here at TNSC. During rocket launches, engineers arrive from off the island and the staff grows 3 times larger. Or so they say. But that was only when rockets used to be launched from here. Now, the main force behind JAXA's space exploration has been shifted to the Epsilon rocket. Epsilon? A next-generation small-scale rocket developed by JAXA is 24 meters long. The rocket allows for far more efficient assembly and inspection, and the launch control system was revamped dramatically. Only a single laptop is required to launch the rocket. It first saw use in 2016, with all launches being done from the Kagoshima Space Center, which is now referred to as the Ichinora Space Center. VAB. Vehicle Assembly Building. Okay. Since Epsilon is smaller than the H2A and H2B models launched from Tanegashima, its size doesn't match TNSC's facilities. And so Epsilon rockets are always launched from Uchinora, I want to say about 3 times a year, give or take. Since the launch of the Hayabusa 2 several years ago, there hasn't been a single launch from Tanegashima. I haven't even visited this place in like 12 or 13 years. As for why I'm sitting here by myself, it's obviously because the Robotics Club president dragged me here. Akio's visiting her dad, aka the guy who runs this joint. I was pretty shocked yesterday when she suddenly talked about storming into JAXA. But once I cooled down and thought about it, it dawned on me that she was going to use her inside connections. Not that I expect that to go very well. I give a wry smile and boot up Kill Ballad again. Ah!
Hey, creator. What's up?
Oh, Kojiro Frau. I got pretty nervous at the airport yesterday, didn't I? I never expected Kill Ballad's creator to be a girl, or such a young one at that. Big news today. We met at the airport yesterday, didn't we? Say what? Umishoshi, were you that boy? Terra coincidental, lol. What are those weird words you use? Some sort of foreign language? They don't strike me as net slang. I've never heard of a lot of them before. They're words that were popular on @channel like 10 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no. Oh no.
She's an champ. Oh no.
10 years ago. Are you sure you're not actually some geezer? You don't strike me as a high school girl. So I'm told, lol. But the chick you saw yesterday was undoubtedly me, the Kojiro Frau. By the way, if you mess up my name, I'm never forgiving you ever, forever, ever, never. Sure. I'm really grateful for that program you gave me. I never thought you'd actually cooperate. Really saved my butt. Glad you would believe me. All hail Goggle. I just goggled it. I goggled it just now. Wow, wait, 2nd place. Well, not bad, lol. I'm happy about it, but also kind of annoyed, to be honest. So, what's the big news? The whole me being on Tanegashima thing. I guess it's hardly big news to you, Mishoshi. Sorry about that. So, are you here on vacation or something? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't want to pry. I just figured I could wreck you some good tourist spots is all. My way of saying thanks for the program. Flirting for the win. I'm not saying that we have to meet up in person. I can just tell you about some right here. Let's meet up tomorrow. Seriously? First the program, now this. You're surprisingly trusting. Someone might take advantage of that one of these days. Seriously though, no shitposting. The only reason I trust you, Umishoshi, is because you're number 5 on the KB leaderboards.
Bruh.
I don't see the connection. Anyway, meet me in front of the old Tanegashima airport tomorrow. Just after 3. What? Why the old airport? Is this related to the Robotics Club or something? Legit zero interest in the old airport itself. Also, what does that place have to do with the Robotics Club? Deets, please. Nah, never mind. I'll see ya. She didn't even play the damn game! What the fuck? What? Okay. As soon as I put my Pokemon away, Akio returns. Oh god, she's gonna be the ultra weird character of this game, isn't she? Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Because who are the characters that browse at channel all the time? She's going to be like... Why do I get the feeling she's going to be like Okabe? No, well... I don't know. A part of me just gets the feeling that maybe she'll be like a weirder version of Okabe. That's the best guess I got, judging by the way she smiled.
Kai.
That was faster than I expected. I figured it'd take another hour.
It was no good. He wouldn't listen.
Akio's clearly disappointed. I thought as much.
What do you mean?
Your requests are too unreasonable, Aki-chan. I'm sure your old man had no clue how to react.
I just thought Dad of all people would latch on to this. He could have at least tried to phone headquarters or something, but he just rejected me outright.
Okay. This... I want to know something. I'm going to look something up real quick. Steins Gate 8. Is it divergence meter? Yeah. What is the divergence needed for to reach Steins Gate? Is what I first want to remember. Trying to figure this out. Steins Gate World Line. It carries a divergence value of 1.048596. What is the divergence that show? I'm gonna look this up. I hope this doesn't. I'm gonna try and avoid spoilers, but I just want to look it up. Robotics Note Elite. Starting. You know what? I know a good way of doing it without spoiling myself. Let me just look up what the intro looks like again. That's what I'm going to do. In order to avoid spoiling myself, I'm just going to go to YouTube real quick and look up what is the divergence meter. Because I remember seeing it in the intro. Okay, let's see here. Box Note Elite OP. Yep. This is what I'm looking for. It should be at the very start of it. Let's see. Yep, okay. During the intro, it shows 1.048596. And it says Steins Gate's the world line of Steins Gate adds 1.048596. This is the Steins Gate line. This is Steins Gate. That's what that number showed at the beginning. I had a feeling it would show something like that. So this is taking place during the true ending of Steins Gate. After it, I should say. This takes place after the true ending of Steins Gate. Because this is the Steins Gate world line. Which also means that... That means that two things will also be prevented as a result of that, from memory serves. During Steins Gate, there were two possible outcomes depending on the divergence meter. One was like, what was it? I think it was something along the lines of the Committee of 300 taking control of everything, and then like only a million people or something like that being left alive to be used. And then the other outcome would be World War III, which only a million people or something like that would survive. But with Steins Gate, the world line that we're in, neither of those two outcomes should happen. Neither of those two should happen. But that's interesting to me, because then, evidently, there's still something going wrong. Like, in terms of, the Committee of 300 being involved. I wonder if maybe the Committee of 300 has, at this point, maybe given up on trying to do, time travel? Maybe they've given up on trying to do time travel with, like, the microwave thing, and maybe they've instead tried doing a different way of controlling things, which would be, I guess, the mechs.
Gosh, I'm so bummed. I seriously want to hit him with a gunball onk striker.
She's starting to get heated up again, which means I need to calm her down unless she complains forever. Well, instead of getting ragey, how about taking one step at a time?
One step at a time, huh?
Reach for something more realistic. Your dreams are always way too large, Aki-chan.
My dreams are always big.
I noticed that she didn't put on her glasses this time. I guess that's not one of her usual references. A wry smile still on my face, I stand up and walk to this parking lot where our scooters are, hoping to end the topic. Akio falls a little ways behind me.
Now you think about it, I'm gonna have to make Subaru clean the club room as punishment for his actions.
Bringing that up again? How about telling him that instead of grumbling at me?
I mean, you didn't have to say it like that. I am older than him, even if it's just by a little.
Come on, we've always known he was like this. Just a few hours ago, Akio was talking about storming to TNSC today, but Subaru had a sound argument as to why he refused to come along. I'm not going. It's nonsense. Besides, TNSC is a rocket launch site. Even you should know that, foolish prez or not.
Foolish?
Tell me, how exactly are rocket launch facility and robot engineering related?
JAXA has a space robotics department.
I keep hanging up on an accident, gosh dang it. Did you think I didn't know that? Obviously they do. I asked my question without assumed. Apologies, we seem to have misunderstood each other. If you want advice from a space robotics department researcher, then I recommend heading to Tokyo or Tsukuba.
God, just thinking about it makes me so mad. Why is he always so argumentative?
He's not being argumentative. If anything, his reasoning is sound.
Kai, are you siding with Subaru?
Well, he got turned down like I expected, so... He may be a brat, but I think he has a promising future.
Look, I know I'm a good-for-nothing present.
Come on, Aki-chan, I know you don't want things to keep dragging along like this. Maybe you should consider being open to change. Not that it's my place to say.
Then are you willing to accept some changes, Kai?
Changes?
You're the only person I could see piloting Gunbuild 1.
What?
Hold on a sec, what do you mean? Nobody told me about anything about this. You, the pilot, aka the person who builds in Gunbuild 1 and controls him. In mech anime, that's the lead role of all lead roles. Plus, the pilot has to be a boy. That's why I stepped down.
You are really committed to this bit, aren't you? Damn.
You're the operator during Robo 1, and there's no way we can let Subaru steal the spotlight. So you're...
Well, hold on. No way. I don't want that spotlight. You might as well call me a human sacrifice if you make me do this.
Hey now, what's that supposed to mean?
You're the one who built that thing. You tell me, Aki-chan. Look, that thing's a walking coffin. Even if I had extra lives, it wouldn't be worth it. Plus, I'm not convinced it'll even walk.
You big jerk! Hey!
Here we go again. She always does this when she doesn't like what I'm saying. Akio storms off ahead of me.
Kai, we're dropping by Lonzo on the way home.
Yeah, I'll go with you. It's on the way anyway. In the end, we gained absolutely nothing of value there. Oh, Subaru's perspective. Interesting. What the? I'm home. When I get back from school, I spot Dad relaxing in the living room while watching TV. My dad, Hiromu, is a fisherman. He goes out to fish around 3 a.m. and comes home a bit after noon. He doesn't talk much, and he can be pretty stubborn when it comes to traditions, but he provides for the family and I respect him. You're pretty late. I went to B-Coop with my friends. I see. Where's Mom? We're apparently out of soy sauce. She went to buy some. Oh. When I peek into the kitchen, I see that dinner's still in the middle of being made. She'll probably be back soon. Are Grandpa and Grandma still out in the fields? Yeah. Have you taken a bath yet? Not yet. Then I'll fill the tub. Thanks. I end the conversation, and just as I start to make my way to my room to change... Subaru. Dad stops me in my tracks. What is it? He's still staring at the TV screen. The evening news is on. The newscaster explaining that Typhoon number 2 is on a path from Okinawa to South Korea. When did you get back yesterday? I heard you were late to school. Oh, I didn't make in time for first period. The ship takes a while, so I couldn't help it. Did you have fun in Kagoshima? Yeah. Have you known your friend in Kagoshima for a long time? I hesitate for a moment. Dad's never asked this much about my social life before. Has he figured it out? No, that's impossible. For a while, I guess. Why? We've gone to visit Kagoshima a few times before and always return on Monday morning. My heart rate spontaneously rises. I suddenly notice that my mouth is completely dry. Why can't you come back on a Sunday? The students do is to study. Don't neglect your schoolwork to play around, got it? Sorry, I'll be more careful. I somehow managed to feign calmness in reply. That's when Dad switches his gaze from the TV to me. What? I heard there was a robot tournament in Tokyo the day before yesterday. I reflectively swallow my breath. Is there sweat on my forehead? Is there anything unnatural about me right now? Anxiety swirls around inside my chest. I desperately try to make sure that none of it appears on my face. It appears students from your school participated in it. Oh, wow, I had no idea. I curse in my mind. Sinomiya Akio and Yashio Kaito. In my head, I throw every foul word I can at my incompetent upperclassmen that can't take a hint. You have nothing to do with them? Of course not. I know for sure that my voice was steady when I answered him. This helps me regain some composure. I quit playing with hobby robots. You know that. I promised you, didn't I? Oh, I see. That's why I see. That's why he wears the mask and hides the identity. If his father figures it out, then he's gonna probably get real pissed with him. But Subaru still wants to mess with hobby robots. And he can only really do it if he's in his disguise. I see. That's just sad. Your dad's kind of an asshole then. I'm sorry, I know you respect him. And fair. But at the same time, let your kid do what he wants.
Don't worry. That sharp gaze feels like it pierces through me, seeing everything. To burn my eyes, I pick up the bag I placed on the floor. Good. Dad seems to buy my lies and return his gaze to the TV screen. I'll go fill up the bath. I retreat into my room. I close the sliding door, and once I'm alone, I take a deep, deep breath. Sigh of relief. It's then that I notice my underarms are soaked in sweat.
On the way back from TNSC, that's just sad. Like, come on. After parting with Akio, I end up coming to this park. I'm feeling kind of sentimental, which is really out of character for me. Must have been that dream this morning. Almost 10 years ago when I watched the rocket launch from here. Why am I remembering it now of all times? Who am I kidding? I know why. It's because Akio talked about going to TNSC. But I didn't come here to relive old memories. I have one objective at the end of the day. Start Killabad.
Yeah.
It's... Hey, Tiger Ringer. I gotta pick up my controller. I forgot what button I was pressing for a second. Die! You win. Perfect. Alright. Didn't do that bad today. Didn't think I'd beat Tagaring. Still getting matched with Tagaringer at a time like this almost feels like the work of some mysterious force. Like the god of fighting games or something. It's thanks to that god's mechanisms I end up remembering another scene from my past. When Misani was still a high schooler on the island. About how I felt when I played games with her. Not once did she ever show me any mercy. She just pummeled me into the ground. I was only an elementary schooler at the time, too. Talk about immature, right? Or maybe she just hated the very concept of losing. But thanks to that, I ended up getting tough, making me into the player I am now. Even now, Misani is the barrier I'm trying to overcome. Tagarin, huh? Tagaringer is presently marked number 4 on the Killbound leaderboards. I actually have a hypothesis about their true identity. I figure it could be Misani out in Tokyo. I occasionally see some of Misani's habits come through in their play. Their handle is also mighty suspicious. Tagaringer might be a play on the Sinomiya sisters' favorite phrase. This would explain why they never use VC or reveal their identity. Misani is super popular after all. Anyway, when I imagine Misani quietly playing video games like back in the day, it puts a smile on my face. That said, I've never actually looked into this little theory of mine, and I don't plan on doing so. And that's because it'd make me feel really lonesome if I found out it wasn't her. It's more exciting to just enjoy my silly delusion in a vacuum. I suddenly sense someone's gaze and raise my face from the screen. But there's nobody besides me in the park. It is late after all. It's quiet. The only sounds are those of chirping insects. Message arrival sound suddenly rings out from my Pokecom. Sister Centipede. Didn't we get a message like that before that was like a bunch of garbled up text? Caught me off guard, caused me to panic for a moment. Up a message. Again, it's just garbled text. What is this? This Sister Centipede again? The message is all garbled. The only readable text is the sender's name, Sister Centipede. What is this? Hang on. I'm looking at all this garbled text and I feel like I noticed a pattern. Mad. If you look at a bunch of the text in here, it says mad for some reason. Like, look, top left. RF9ZMAD. Mad. 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 Below it, 9VMAD. Mad. Mad. The next... There's 9UMAD. Mad. HMAD, or rather TV9HMAD. Mad. 9VMAD. Mad. Why is there so much mad in here? I've been getting these messages on occasion for a while now. The weird thing about it is that I only ever get them when I'm in Ujugaoka Park. I figure they must be some kind of prank or something. But I do remember hearing something about this before. Who did I hear from? A classmate? An old lady in the neighborhood? Or was it some urban legend on the net? Either way, this is how it goes. Ujugaoka Park is haunted. Huh? All of a sudden, my Pokemon screen distorts and freezes up. It doesn't respond when I press the home button. What the hell's going on? For some reason, I'm starting to feel uneasy. I don't like this. Then, a strange noise starts playing from my Pokemon. It's unpleasant. Hard on the ears. It sounds enough to disturb my nerves. Although the screen is still frozen, that sound continues to pour out of it. Is it broken? Or... I try lightly hitting it, but it doesn't respond. For a reason I can't explain, I look around me. I get the chills and soon realize I have goosebumps. Cut me some slack here. Are you seriously saying that this is supernatural? Is this some kind of joke? Plus, I can't even counterattack. They're cheesing me like crazy. In an unwinnable battle like this, retreat is the only option. And I'm not breaking any rules here. They're the one cheesing me, not me. I should ask Mizuka-san about ghost rumors the next time. What the? Who are you? Just now. I totally just saw something that looked humanoid. The sound stops and my Pokemon is responsive again. For some reason, Iruo is open. It's at this very moment that something appears on screen.
Can you hear me?
Huh? What? A voice. A person's voice. It's already July, so it's not all that cold, but every hair on my body stands up straight as I shiver. Hello? Time to go home. Time to go home right now.
Yeah, finally, somebody smart. He's like, for God's sakes, finally, somebody who's smart about supernatural shit is like, just get out, get out. I ain't dealing with this shit.
Enter the faculty room with the worst timing imaginable and run into the vice principal. I force a stiff smile into my face and bow slightly.
Well, that was terrifying. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared that at some point in this game, we're gonna see the divergence mirror again, and it's gonna show it changing, and I swear to God, I'm gonna be so sad if I do. But we're gonna go ahead and end it here for today. Thank you all so much for watching, hope you enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.